AI is not going to replace financial advisors nearly as much as advisors who know how to use AI ethically, strategically, and with a human-first connection. They will replace advisors who don't. And this is not a scare tactic, this is an invitation, because what's already happening or what's going to happen soon with AI in the advisory space, it's not about technology, it's about owning your voice and being able to scale your message in a strong, smart way with trust. And if you're an advisor who wants to lean into this opportunity, the best place to start is creating your custom AI assistant that's trained on how you think, on your process, your IP, your origin story, and your advisory perspective. In today's video, I'm going to show you why having your own custom AI assistant as an advisor, why that's one of the best investments you will ever make. Hi, I'm Jon Cook, founder of Keynote Content, helping you own your voice, speak with conviction, and elevate your impact with a greater audience. And over the past 6 years, I've worked with close to 300 advisors and their teams one-on-one. Everything from advisors inside major BDs to RIAs under their own shingles and everything in between. And what I discovered is that a significant portion of advisors are still using messaging strategies that maybe worked well in 2019, maybe just 2012. They're relying on referrals and word of mouth. They're using these templated email sequences or using compliance-safe content and language that doesn't stand out to anyone if it ever stood out in the first place. And more advisors are seeing AI enter the scene with these incredible dashboards, these automated summaries, these compliance chatbots, the note-taking from Jump and FinMate and Zox, and these incredible things, and they're thinking, that looks amazing, but how can I make this work for my firm? But on the other side of the equation, a new group of investors is saying, I want clarity. I want transparency. I want to know that you as an advisor care about my values and that you see me as a person before you ever see me as a portfolio. Do you care about me more than my money? And that means that the advisor who knows how to scale trust, not just give access, those are the ones who are going to thrive in this AI generative world. And one of the best ways to amplify your voice, how you talk about what you do as an advisor, the unique perspective that you bring in with your message, one of the best ways to do that is through a custom AI assistant. Now, it's worth defining what is a custom AI assistant, especially for financial advisors. At its base concept, this is a custom GPT that's designed to be a thought partner and a digital executive assistant that's exclusively for your use inside your advisory firm. So throughout this video, I'll say sometimes custom GPT or AI assistant. Just know that these terms are interchangeable, at least at this point in history. But to truly understand what this means and what's possible, let's take a look at all the capabilities. So imagine having your own custom AI assistant that's trained on your proprietary process, your brand voice and style and story and messages, your values and the conviction for why you do what you do, your purpose paradigm, the lens through which you serve your book as an advisor to investors, your intellectual property such as a book or a podcast interviews or articles you've written, and any other content that conveys your perspective as an advisor. This custom AI assistant is trained to think like you and sound like you, the best version of you on demand. And this isn't just automation, this is optimizing your genius in a way that's congruent with how you want to communicate. Because what I've found is that there's no shortage of AI bots out there that they can print some pretty solid copy. They can produce social media posts like that and even write whole articles. They're designed and capable of producing what I'm calling fast content. But does it actually sound like you? Does it convey the same values, the same message, the same perspective that you want to embody as an advisor? Because as convenient as these mainstream AI bots and these programs are, they're incredibly convenient, they're incredibly capable and powerful. They lack your heart and your way of approaching wealth management. And that's why it's crucial to get a custom GPT that's trained exclusively on your message, your values, your vision, and your process, not just somebody else's. So when you have a great custom GPT, what can it do for you? It can help you draft your weekly emails in a way that sounds like you. It can help you brainstorm speaking topics that fit inside that heroic client story you want to have for your investors. It can help you support your onboarding scripts for new clients. It can help you figure out, okay, where are the gaps in the marketplace that you can speak to as an advisor? It can help you create these referral messages that align with your heart and your ethics and the way that you want to be introduced to prospective investor clients. It can even give you feedback on presentation outlines, like this strategic co-pilot that's there watching your webinars and saying, hey, let's switch this up, or that seemed like a really great part of your presentation, let's double down on that. What it can do is it can write a month's worth of social media content in a style that is aligned exactly with how you talk. But the key part, it's not to simply just type in a prompt and hit and copy paste and then publish that content. This gives you drafts of your content that you can then make slight edits to, if you need to edit at all, for quality control. Because you're not replacing yourself, you're reinforcing your leadership through consistency and clarity without losing human connection. Now, already a mistake that I see that so many people are making, including advisors, is that they just use AI, but they don't train it. They copy paste these prompts from LinkedIn or some prompt engineering PDF, and they wonder, hey, why does my content still feel very vanilla and bland and generic? Because it lacks your heart. But a trained GPT, like the expert voice GPT that we build for advisors, it isn't just smart. It's you at your clearest, at your most trusted, at your most scalable, because we don't just feed it templates. We feed it your purpose paradigm, your heroic client story that you want to have for investor clients, your client prism with all 9 facets of what you see as the demographics and psychographics of the exact investors you want to work with. We feed it your expertise framework. Like, what is your proprietary process? Every step of it, it understands your process, understands your tone, your language patterns, even empathy mapping. And this way, when your GPT creates content, it creates content in your voice and your style, but it's the best version of you. It still sounds like you, but not some soulless bot that you kind of found somewhere on the internet. So how does having a custom AI assistant, how does it actually help you grow your advisory firm? It starts with trust. Trust is built when people feel seen, heard, and safe. That doesn't happen with a dashboard. That doesn't happen with a random chatbot. It happens when your content feels personal, when your responses feel thoughtful, and when your positioning, it feels anchored in something deeper than just rates and returns, which are all important, but people work with you for a specific reason. They trust you. And your clients want to know, what do you stand for? Who do you serve best? Why do you keep doing this as an advisor? And that's exactly what a trained AI assistant, one that reflects your heart and your expertise, that can help you deliver that message at scale with integrity and without burnout. More and more advisors, they're realizing that AI is here to stay, but so is trust, so is heart, so is human to human connection. And the advisors who get this, they understand how to lead with that type of empathy and conviction, and they use AI as an amplifier of that trust and that conviction. Those are the advisors who will lead this next generation of wealth management. So if you're ready to take the next step, if you're ready to turn your voice into a trusted strategic asset, if you want a GPT that's trained on your values, your story, your message, let's talk about building your expert voice GPT. Because this is how you rise above the noise. This is how you scale your message in a smart, measurable way. This is how you're able to produce content at an incredible rate in a way that sounds exactly like you, because you have the right AI assistant. More importantly, this is how you lead with trust in a world that's starving for trust. If you're not quite ready to connect, that's okay. Hopefully you still like what I shared today, and if so, please give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe to catch more of my videos about how to own your voice, speak with conviction, and elevate your impact to a greater audience. Now, we've talked about AI, about having this custom AI assistant, and the tough news that I'm sharing with advisors, and more advisors are waking up to it, is that over the next 5 years, every advisor's technical skills will be replaced by AI. If you don't believe me, that's your choice. But I guarantee there's one distinction that you can double down on right now that will help you stand out as an advisor in an AI-driven world. So hit play on this next video to find out what is that thing, and I'll see you there.